Imagine for a moment you're sitting at your desk. It's a normal Tuesday morning, and you're reading an email for the third time, only to realize you have no idea what you've read. Later in the day, you walk into the kitchen, but you can't remember why you're there. You're starting to feel uneasy and getting a little worried about this. And you're thinking, why can't I remember like I used to? What's wrong with me? Sweet friend, I want you to hear me when I say this. Your brain, it isn't broken. It's just overwhelmed and overloaded. And you're not alone. It's happening to so many women just like you, just like me. But I want you to know that there's a way through. And today, when we're done talking about brain fog, I'm so excited to share more details about a new workshop that I'm working on just for you that's going to help you tackle brain fog, feel better, and feel more like yourself again. If brain fog has been a serious issue for you, make sure you stay to the end of the episode to get the details on what's coming next. Hi, this is Suzanne. Welcome to the Daily 15. Brain fog is a real thing, and we are going to talk about it today because I want to encourage you and let you know that there are some things that you can do to make it better. Our brains hold so much every day, managing our own tasks, our family's tasks, our workload, our mental load is overwhelming. And there's some things that we can do to take care of our brain to make it better, to get rid of the brain fog. So if you're feeling foggy and you just want to think more clearly again, grab your coffee and let's get started. I've had so many conversations lately with women just like us that are struggling with this concept of brain fog, that it is a real thing and it's happening, but we're not sure why. We're not sure when that switch flipped and when we had to write down every task that we had to do, that we had to remember, that we had to write the grocery list, and then we would still forget. We'd either forget the grocery list or we'd forget something that was on it just because we didn't actually even see it. So maybe it's something like you're in mid-sentence and you forget a simple word that you have used 1,000 times. Or you're standing in front of the pantry trying to get something for dinner, but you don't remember what you were going there to get. So let's clear up our thinking and help our brain be sharper again. So what is brain fog anyways? Brain fog has been described as having trouble focusing, difficulty paying attention, trouble remembering familiar details, names, places, words, slower reaction times, and trouble processing information. There's also sometimes cloudiness in judgment, and we often lose our train of thought. Does any of that sound familiar? But here's the thing. While we don't know what really causes it, there are some things, some habits that we have that might be contributing to the problem. So that's what we're going to talk about. And then we're going to talk about some quick ways in just 15 minutes a day that we can start to tackle those, to fix those, to tweak those, so that our brain can work at its best for us. So it might be sleep. I've talked about sleep before. It's actually one of my favorite things to talk about because it's something that if we try, we can enjoy. It's super good for us. It does so much for our body. So much repair can happen to our body and our minds when we're sleeping. So maybe it's not enough quality sleep. But it also could be stress and anxiety. And as a busy professional, as a mom, as a woman in today's society, stress and anxiety is just part of the deal. So we have to find ways to manage that too. But your brain fog could be coming from hormonal changes. Mom brain, anybody? That's a real thing. There's actually scientific studies that show that our brain shrinks when we have babies because they need stuff from us. Not just when they get out of the womb, but in the womb too. And so our brains actually shrink as those hormones change when we're pregnant. And then, of course, as we age, our hormones shift again. And you can end up with menopause brain. This is all the same thing. So these hormonal shifts you need to pay attention to. And if you feel like if you are pregnant or you've just had a baby or you are in that perimenopause stage, maybe now is a good time to actually have a hard conversation with your doctor and make them test your hormone levels to see what you need, to see what your options are. But sometimes it's simply the food that we are consuming. And that's the tough part. We're busy. We need things that are fast and easy and quick. But sometimes those aren't the healthiest choices for us. And food can actually be used to heal your brain, to make it work better, to help it be stronger for the long term. Now, there also are situations where if you're sick, if you have cancer, if you have certain viruses, it can impact your brain function in the short term and in the long term. So obviously, if you do have a significant illness, that this is when I'm going to say these things that I'm going to share today will help you, but you also need to be consulting with your doctor to make sure that you're doing everything that you can to take care of yourself. Okay, so now that we know all the things in our life that are causing us to have this brain fog, what can we do? There's so much of our life that we can't control. And that's why I always want to focus on the things that we can, the simple tweaks, the micro changes that we can make that really will move the needle forward. So we've talked about rest. You know that you need rest. Now, some of that is going to come down to a better nighttime routine, those good sleeping habits that we talked about a couple weeks ago. I will drop that link for that episode about better sleeping habits in the show notes today. So you can go back and listen to that as well. But setting you up to make sure that you get a good night's sleep. That's really hard to do when you're stressed out and there's a million things on your mind. So things like writing down anything that is on your mind before you go to bed helps clear out your mind, make space for your body to relax. And then while you're sleeping, your body and your brain are processing everything from the day. They're reorganizing, putting things in their proper place so that you can recall them the next day. And when you write things down, it allows your brain to know, okay, I don't have to remember that. There's a conscious and a subconscious thing that happens with us that if our brains know we're trying to remember things. So it will hold on to it to make sure we can remember. But when you have 5 million things that you need to remember, your brain cannot do that. So simply writing them down before you go to bed is a really big, helpful hint for getting the rest you need. Your brain can relax and do all of its good processing overnight. Now, one of the easiest ways that you can take care of your brain is to stay hydrated. It took me a long time to get to the point where I could drink enough water that I was supposed to drink each day. You will get a lot of mixed information on the internet. Some will say 8 glasses at 8 ounces, so that's 64 ounces of water a day. Some experts will say half your weight in ounces every day. Just start by drinking a little bit more. Maybe that's starting the morning with 8 ounces of water. Or I don't recommend 8 ounces of water right before bed, but for dinner. If you do it right before bed, you'll wake up because you'll have to go to the bathroom. But staying hydrated helps our brain function properly. And that's an easy thing that we can do. If you don't like your water, throw some fruit in there, throw a lemon or an orange in there, or even a lightly flavored water. Just something that makes sure that you're getting hydrated. Our coffee dehydrates us. Our pop is not good for us. We all know that, even though we like it. So making sure that you're getting enough water is a really simple step that you can do every day to take care of your brain and help it function better. Now, we have to talk about exercise. Not my favorite. If you've been around for a little while, you know I'm not a huge fan, but I do it because it's important. It's really important for our brains. And this is not anything strenuous or crazy. This is a walk. There is so much research behind taking a walk in nature. It calms your nervous system. It actually will help you clear your mind. So if you have something that you're really struggling with, a problem you can't figure out, sometimes the best thing that you can do is get out and take a 15-minute walk. Even if you don't have a problem you're trying to work out, it's really good for you to get outside and move your body. And moving your body helps your brain. It works both sides of your brain, which is super important. And it just helps you to think more clearly. Anytime that we can get outdoors, even if you just go sit on a bench at the park, that's good for your brain too. And who doesn't want to be outside in the spring when the sun is shining? So take a break. Get outside. Sit in the backyard even. Just sit, look at the sky, pretend that you're a kid again, and look for shapes in the clouds. One of my favorite things to do still. It's amazing when you just take a moment and look at the sky, the difference that it will make in your day. It will help you think clearer, and it'll be a sweet memory. These are all things that you can do in just a few minutes a day. Remember, that's what we're here for. 15 minutes a day. Changing those small habits adds up and makes big impact over time. Friend, if you're listening today and brain fog is making simple decisions and clear thinking really hard for you and harder than it used to be, and you just want to keep your brain sharp and feeling like you again, that's exactly why I'm so excited to share with you this new workshop I'm creating. Your brain's not broken. It's overloaded. If you'd like to be the first to know when the workshop opens, you can add your name to the wait list in the show notes. And for those of you that get on the wait list, I'll send you a bonus, my simple 15-minute brain reset. You can try it right away today. You'll find the link for the wait list in the show notes. Thank you for being with me today. I hope that you feel encouraged and hopeful that you're not stuck with brain fog, that you can do simple things every day to take care of yourself, to help your brain work better for you. And if you're ready to create margin in your life and a sustainable rhythm that's built for you and your family, you're in the right place. Next week, we'll dive a little deeper into brain fog. We're going to tackle this together. So today, take your 15 minutes to create margin for what matters most. And take one of these simple steps to take care of your brain and to take care of you.